Welcome everyone to the first episode of Monster Hunter 4 Did I say 4 Ultimate? Fuck. Free. Try. Yes. It's happening. Oh my god. I'm going to put it out there first. If you want to see more Monster Hunter Try content or general Monster Hunter content, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to get this out there first because it helps me out a lot. It helps me making these videos seen. This intro is perfect. Instant nostalgia. This is the first ever Monster Hunter game I played back on the Wii. Um, the Wii didn't have really a lack of games, but for some reason it had a lack of games that I wanted to play, and I picked this game up on a whim because the monsters look cool. And this intro immediately sold me, like immediately, and never had such a good experience with the game in serious ever before. I bought every Monster Hunter game afterwards and never stopped playing them, and now I have the honor to do Monster Hunter content on YouTube. This is so screwed up. How did this game begin my journey, and now we're here and I'm making content on it again? This is on original hardware. I'm playing this on my Wii U. Um, as you can see, with a classic controller, and I have these. I have a bunch of shit here everywhere. Fuck. This is my Wiimote, and I have a classic controller, and this is the Wii U gamepad for everyone who doesn't know. And this is the original box for Monster Hunter Try. Oh, it's mirrored, but that doesn't. Here, and there's another favorite game of mine inside. It's Radiant Dawn, but yeah, this is in peak condition. Um, this is my original game that I bought, by the way. All of my Wii games don't have a single scratch on them, ever. Every single Wii game that I bought don't have a single scratch on them because I kept them so close and dear to my heart. Yeah, this is the German version, but I can play it in English gladly. I did install the patch. I didn't start the game with a patch for now. There is a patch available for original hardware. It's not really hard to. The problem is you need to homebrew your system in order to play it on original hardware. But mine was already homebrewed, so it was extremely easy to install. So we can play online on the open beta for the servers. And I already jumped online before just to test out if it works, and it works like a charm. We can play this game to hell and back and online, and it's one of my favorite experiences. I'm thinking about streaming the online aspects once we're done with offline. We might do that. We might not do that. But this is a huge passion project. Whereas Monster Hunter 4, yeah, I didn't have as much passion for Monster Hunter 4 because I didn't like it as much. But Monster Hunter Try and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate are generally the my most played Monster Hunter games and the Monster Hunter games I started with. And so much nostalgia immediately. This is crazy. I want to make this first video just a short tour of what there's all I have unlocked everything. Arena play. You can let's begin our game. As you can see, I have oh my god, I have so much files. This one, um, this is my first ever save. Control setting, classic style 1. Yes. Yeah. We want classic style 1. Um, if we go continue on this one, I can show you my original file. My original files. Monster Hunter 1 wasn't that long, but this top file is my original Hunter. The one I played most. As you can see, it has 170 hours or so. I did play the entirety of the offline game and played online for a bunch, but I didn't know live it as much. I'm HR 27, so I didn't know live it back then. I moved on to the next game, obviously. But yeah, these are my hunters. This one is a work in progress. Yeah. So yeah, I've got a bunch of them. Uh, Let me check. I want to look back at my old save files. I have all of my old save files. There's, I did start a bunch of new characters back then and played it again. Like these all accumulate. Like that's the playtime I had. Every time I started a new character and stuff, I started out with a new character. Let's see what we have here. Oh, there's another one. These are all new. That's interesting. I did start several times. Okay. First off, I'm going in here. Um, we did pick the game settings, quick loads. Let's turn we speak off because we don't want it. Effect settings. Normal, obviously. Sound settings are good. Screen settings, screen ratio. Oh, you can play for the free. Okay. That's something we need to adjust later. When I tried it tomorrow, it forced for the free on me in the screen settings. So we might be able to fix that. Obviously, the image quality is not as good. If I would play on emulator, I could scale the image quality up, but this is original hardware, and I want to keep it that way. Yeah, all of my old save files are here, which is so crazy. I did transfer them over from my Wii back in the day and to my Wii U, and they're all there. This is so crazy for me. Oh, I love it. Let's start a new game and create our hunter. Oh, this is the first episode, and I'm already giddy to play this game. Oh my god. Name. Let's go with our usual naming scheme. Here we go. I always pick the female hunter for some reason. There's no particular reason for that. I just like the armor designs a little bit more than the... let's make her bright. Not too bright. We are in Moga Village, so a little bit of a tan is not bad. Let's pick our clothes. Let's take these. Color picker. Let's pick blue or something. Blue is my favorite color, by the way. Deep dark blue, by the way. Let's zoom in. God. These presets are great. Uh, I'm. This is so much nostalgia for me, and I hope it feels that way when I release this episode, that people actually like it, because I like this one. I think I picked that one. Eye color. I usually pick that one. Features. Let's maybe use a scar like this. Yeah. Hairstyle. Let's see. These are the basic Monster Hunter hairstyles. This one always makes me immediately think of rage gaming. Fuck. I think the default hairstyle is pretty good. Hair color. Let's pick a deep blue hair color. That's usually my signature. I like that voice. Yeah, that's our hunter. Yes. We're going to overwrite the second save file because that has literally 0 playtime. And let's go. I love this so much. You don't even know. Ah, cutscene time. Tutorial time and cutscene time. Maybe we can finish the tutorial in this video. That would be great. So good. It's so fucking good. This will always have a special place in my heart, this Monster Hunter game. Even though people might prefer Free U over this, I won't. I won't, definitely. I'm going to play Free U. I'm going to play the portable games at one point. But this is peak Monster Hunter for me. This is all I ever want in a Monster Hunter game. I want them to recapture that feeling with Monster Hunter 6 for me. It won't happen, sadly, but just seeing Moga Village and everything, and you know, this seaside town, and this is just so good. I love all of this. I'm not averse to make this first episode a little bit longer. It's good if it's a little bit longer. Because I want to get through the tutorial. I don't want to cut anything, to be honest. Because this is me experiencing the game with you guys. And that's good. That's really good. I love this game. Oh my god, I love this game. It's so great. And the iconic loading screen. So yeah, immediately the village chief introduces us to the Lagiacros, which is this game's flagship monster. Or is it called Lagiacros? I'm always debating on that. And they are shaken by tremors, basically. And yeah, we get our initial payment, and we're finally free to do whatever we want. So yeah, this is the hunting fleet, which we will get access to later. This is the market and the gal with the goods. Yeah, we can already buy things, but we don't want to. There's people over here sometimes. Moga Village is one of the best designed areas in any game for me. In any Monster Hunter game, I would say. I just love the vibe it gives. Like this town that's basically built there. So yeah, there's a lot of tutorials in the beginning. I'm not going to dignify a lot of it. If you want, play this game yourself and read all the dialogue because it's really charming. I'm going to encourage you to play this game yourself and play the online too. This is so good. Let's check our equipment. We only have the Hunter's Knife and the Great Sword. We're going to stick with Sword and Shield for now. I'm going to switch to Switch Axe as soon as I can. Let's see. Greatsword, Sword, Hammer, Lance. I thought Switch Axe was an option. I think it comes in later. It might come in later during the story. Let's go with Greatsword for now. Just because Greatsword is great. I love Greatsword. I'm switching to Switch Axe just because I love Switch Axe. Especially in Monster Hunter Tri and Free U, I'm a Switch Axe main, so... So yeah, let's say hi to the farms. To the farmhands. This is something we'll come back to later. The farm is over here. You can multiply items in this game. This is actually, I think, one of the first games where you can multiply items. I think you can do so in Portable Second or something, but yeah. Let's say hi to everyone. This is the Guild Sweetheart. Probably also one of my favorite quest handlers. And the Vivarian. And whoever you are. Oh, just a friendly villager? Okay. Yeah, we are tasked with finding the junior out in the wild. So yeah, you can go on expeditions in this one. I think you couldn't go into expeditions in Monster Hunter those. And in Monster Hunter 1, definitely not. But in this one, you can. Yeah, and it's basically giving you a tutorial. The tutorial is pretty roundabout. So yeah, it already has proper controls. Usually this game has, if you're using the Wiimote or Nunchuck, it has motion controls. Like you swipe left for a certain attack, you swipe right for a certain attack, and up and down for certain attacks. You can play with a classic controller. Oh, let's look at this first. So beautiful. So beautiful. You can play this with a classic controller. And the funny thing is, I never noticed this, but you can play with a classic controller with the original button scheme that they use in Monster Hunter 1 and Monster Hunter 2, where basically attacking with the right stick. And yeah, but I'm going to use the new control scheme because it makes moving the camera a lot better. Yeah, okay, we know about dashing. We know the controls. And I can fully move my camera. If I would switch to classic controls 2, I would be able to use my right stick to attack instead of the two face buttons. But yeah, I'm going to skip over the tutorials because... Do they have? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I know everything already. So yeah, getting raw meat. The text is a little bit small, but I think that was intentional for back then. It feels so different from Monster Hunter 2. It's madness. It feels so much different. So yeah, what we're tasked with doing is going to the base camp basically and talking to um the junior, the son of the village chief. So yeah, this has so much nostalgia for me. I have become a way better hunter since I... So yeah, he's basically building the base camp, but he's hungry and we... Okay. I think I... Let's see how this goes. I think I can't yet go back to Moga Village. So yeah, going back to Area 1. I think this first episode will be a little bit special because I'm gushing over it. It's so good. Oh my god, this game is so good. I love it. So let's go back to the village for now. Yeah, the return to village button doesn't work yet. We need to go in manually. So yeah, what they wanted to do is to slightly explore all of this area. This is the first hunting area basically, and it's really close to the village. And basically, the first task is slowly but surely get introduced to all you can do. Let's talk to Junior. And it's the first barbecue switch. Here you can hunt report. Going out into the field, you can hunt certain monsters and gather points. This is resource info. You can get certain items that give you points. And we need 30 points for the game to continue. Yeah, we can forge weapons here, we can upgrade them. That's the usual Monster Hunter stuff. I think that's self-explanatory. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some pickaxes and a bug net. With our first money, I think that should be enough. I don't know if we have anything here, but here we go. Let's see. Yeah. I'm okay with doing a slightly longer first episode, and then basically going monster per monster. Now we're out here. In area 6, there's supposed to be. Come on, don't talk to me. Yeah, you can gather herbs around here. I think there's some over there. Aren't there? Or do I misremember? I might be misremembering things. Also, something we should pick up, which is actually a pretty cool mechanic that I actually like, is the torch mechanic, which doesn't appear in any of the subsequent games. Even in 3U it doesn't exist again, really. Where certain areas are so dark that you need to use a torch, which I kind of like. Yeah, I know about the monster list. Come on. Like, look at this. Isn't this cool? Let's use the bug nets. Let's make a quick gathering run to show you how it looks like. This was just spider webs. I don't think there's anything here. Oh, the cave is still shut up. Oh, okay. Sad. It's a little bit sad. I can't believe I'm playing this game again. I think the Kelby actually... I think you couldn't finish the quest. You need to... For you to get Kelby horns, you need to actually incapacitate them using a hammer or something. Here we go. Mushrooms. Fuck you. But yeah, all of these gathering spots give you like stuff. But yeah, so far our areas are still limited. So let's go to area 6 first. And this is our first introduction to a new monster type, or new monsters. The Jaggy, and by extension Jagia. I love them both equally. Pretty much. This is so cute. There we go. There we go. I think, yeah, if you play, you can still do all of the... There we go. I think one of them brings 5 points. So basically, what they're basically saying, oh, for some quests, you need to gather points. So you need to go out into the woods and gather points. Here we go. A charged up sword strike is an instant kill for a Jaggy. But yeah, so far it's basically Jaggy hunting. This game is relatively short from what I realize. But that makes it even more charming to me. I think I am having a harder time in Monster Hunter Those. I will be having a way harder time in Monster Hunter Those than I ever will in this game. There we go. Even more jaggy, that should be enough usually. I still know where most of the gathering spots are. But yeah, I don't have any herbs with me. So let's go back. This one's really interesting. It's a good introduction into the game to me. I actually like this tutorial the most out of all other Monster Hunter tutorials. Because it was made for a completely new audience. Like, Monster Hunter has never been a Nintendo series before. And they decided to make it for the Wii, which was a bold decision. But yeah, so basically they had to teach you the basics. I think you could gather one of these things here, but let's skip that for now. There we go. Let's go back to the village. I love this game so much. It has so much fucking charm. You don't even know. So yeah, we receive a bunch of money from the Elder. But for now, we can fulfill this. Let's do the hunting report. First, you get resources by submitting this and points, and you basically... So basically, we managed to set up the base camp. So yeah, you can get villager requests from other villagers. So the Vivarian wants iron ore that we mined ourselves, which we will go to quickly. I'm going to jump through this tutorial pretty quickly because so yeah, we receive a bunch of money in the beginning. So let's go out in the woods and get some materials. Muga Village and Deserted Island are two of my favorite places. So yeah, what it unlocked for us is basically... Oh, come on. I know this already. What we unlocked is basically Area 4, which is just a cave. There's never any monster in Area 4 that you can hunt. Never. It's just a mining spot. You can mine in it. So yeah, that's why we brought the... Oh, we have a mega pickaxe with us. Why do we have a mega pickaxe with us? Also, they made it so you don't have to select your items anymore. There's a bunch of shenanigans we are going to get into, especially there's so much I want to show you with this game. If you haven't played this game, please do it. If you have a Wii U or a Wii lying around, this game is abysmally low in price on eBay or something. Pick it up and play it for yourself. It's such a delight. To me, it's the ultimate starting point for Monster Hunter. If you want to start Monster Hunter, I will always recommend go back to try it. Try it out. There's probably better starting points like World and something, but I don't like World as much, so yeah, it's pitch black in here, so we're going to take a torch with us. So yeah, let's mine for a little bit of ore. We can use a bunch. Mining and gathering is a pretty important part of Monster Hunter. Always has been. Although I have to say that I don't like mining and collecting stuff in newer Monster Hunter games anymore. Especially Monster Hunter World somehow turned me off of this. I think it's just the complexity of the maps and the visual clutter everywhere that kind of turns me off of this. You know? Oh fuck. There are small monsters called Gigi around here. These ones. That look like leeches, so let's be careful. Um, I think that's about it. I think we can even... Can we return to village? No. Okay, the option is not available to us yet. But yeah, K4 connects to area 3 to area 6. So we're directly in the Jaggy nest, but so far we don't need anything from the Jaggy. That's why we're leaving. We have mined a bunch of iron ore, which should be enough for the Bavarian. And yeah. I hope the sounds pick up. There's a little bit of a discrepancy. If there is a bigger discrepancy than I would like, please comment down below. If you wanna hear something more. Sometimes there's a discrepancy between how loud the music is and the sound effect and stuff. So I can change it. I'm also going to make a hammer. Because you actually need it for some quests, which is so cool. Like, you need a certain weapon for a quest? Like, holy fuck. That one never returned in any game. I'm also thinking about redecorating the space a little bit. There should be something back here. Poster or something. So it doesn't look as empty. But this is actually a setup I quite like. Here we are. We're going to the Vivarian, and here we go. Let's deliver some iron ore. I don't want to talk to you yet. I also never got into build crafting in this game, which is something I'm going to explore. So yeah, the head farmer was looking for us, which is okay. Let me stop the recording right there. Here we go, a small cut. Um, Yeah, this capture card sometimes is a piece of shit that just shuts itself off. It didn't shut off on the recording, but it did shut off on the TV screen, so I had to reset it. But yeah, we're on the farm. Nothing has happened yet. So here we go. Let's continue this. So yeah, once we're on the farm, we can, you know, cultivate. Let's put blue mushrooms in the farm for now. It works like any other farm in the newer games. So at one point we are basically just going to use honey to do this. The music seems to be a little bit low, but that's okay. Here we go. So yeah, we're going to get a introduction to underwater right now. So we can buy something like a fishing harpoon. And let's drop our items off at the box for now. Which is really cool. I love the underwater in this combat. I don't know how it happens that the entirety of the Monster Hunter community suddenly at one day decided that underwater combat was bad. But I really don't get it. I really don't get it. I always found the underwater combat to be really good. Sorry, but that's just my opinion. Underwater was never really bad. Also, I'm thinking of skipping segments of the village in Free U when we ever do Free U. Just, you know, skipping certain segments because we already did them in this game. Okay, here we go. Let's get on with it. So we're supposed to go into the depths, into the water. I just want to see if the shortcut exists yet. Let's check if the shortcut in the base camp exists. So yeah, what they basically want us to go. Now we have unlocked all of the map. There's nothing in here, right? No, we can't use that yet. But I just want to use the shortcut. Still works. I fucking love underwater combat. It needs to come back so badly. I just love it. I don't know why people hate it. It's so good. I'd always want underwater combat in any game. In any Monster Hunter game. It's so sad, but that Rise basically took after um, Monster Hunter 4 with its verticality. So yeah, underwater controls are pretty simple. You can dash up and down. Your attacks are basically the same. Maybe a little bit simpler. But yeah. The only difference is that you can swim up and down. I think you can swim in any direction, to be honest. Or dodge. Let's try it out with a weapon drawn. Here we go. So yeah, basically the controls are the same. Like, you have the vertical slash, you have the side slash, and then you have the diagonal slash for X and Y. Like, these controls are still the same for underwater combats. On the left you can see we have a meter that is our air meter, which we can refill by just going up or using air bubbles underwater. I don't know why people decided it was really bad. It's so good. Like, it doesn't feel different from land, you know? It doesn't feel different from land combat, really. The difference is that the monsters are much more dangerous in underwater than they are. But it's never been bad. I don't get it. Like, I think it's just a skill issue. So yeah, basically, what you can do with the harpoon is kill certain monsters. If you kill them with your normal attacks, they vanish instead of leaving a corpse behind that you can use them. You know? So if you want to use get parts from normal fish, you need to use the harpoon. It's not used as often. I would love it if we needed to use it more often. And this is the sea cave in the back. That this ore mining spot has a pretty high chance to have a machalite ore, as I noticed in my playthroughs. I think I always get at least 1 or 2 ores per session, so I always come to this if I want a lot of machalite ore. And the return to village option is now open. So let's take that instead of having to go all the way back. It's easier to use it. I just love this game so much. You don't even know. Here we go. So yeah, armor spheres to upgrade armor. And yeah, we still can't use all of the good weapons. So yeah, something I want to explain as well is the Mocha forecast. Here you can see day and night cycles. Here basically during day, you can see how much resources you get, how many monsters you can get. This is going to be important later. So yeah, we got another financial support from Chief. So we open our first quests right here. So yeah, let's fill up on whetstones and herbs, basically. And let's check out our quests. With that, the introduction is done. The really basic tutorial is done, which is really cool. Let's forge weapons. Let's build a hammer. A bunch of grinding I'm going to do offline again, as usual. But I want to show you a ton of stuff. We need earth crystal and iron ore for that. For now, let's use the hammer as our main weapon. So, yeah. Just mushrooms this time. Let's pick up some pickaxes and then go. I think after the mushroom quest, we're going to end part 1 for now. I really want to get this episode out maybe today still. But this is such a good game. I want to play more. Every time I open this game up, I want to play more. This is so good. I know. The blue box. Again, it works like in the other games. Paintball. It always has a torch in this game. So yeah, we have a time limit. That's all good. Hammer is actually really strong, I find, in this game. Because of knockouts and stuff. You can justifiably use hammer. I at least want to keep a hammer around until Barroth. Because there are some parts to Barroth that require a hammer to break. Okay, let's look at the quest notes. We need 5 unique mushrooms, okay. But also, let's pick up some honey while we're at it. Why not? But yeah, these points are getting pretty heavy. You need to get a lot of them because you also use them for farming. So let's gather some honey while we're at it. This is the first game I ever really immersed myself in, to be honest. I get that the current discussion in Monster Hunter Discourse is about immersion in the series, but I've never felt more immersed in this game, to be honest. Just the underwater combat is just so great. Like, yeah, you're going underwater, you're against the elements. That's quite a bit of honey. But we also shouldn't forget the mushrooms. I think the gather quests are pretty good. Obviously, you need a lot of items. I don't have a bug net with me, sadly. But yeah, usually on these quests, I'm going to take a little bit of a detour. And pick up additional stuff, you know. Wait, I can't mine here. What? Shouldn't I be able to mine here? No? It's over here. Iron ore. More iron ore. I didn't want to throw a paintball. I wanted to use a torch to look at more mining spots. I think there's always some around here. You can usually just run around the walls, and there's one here. And wait until the icon pops up. But yeah. I want all of this glory to come back, to be honest. I can't wait until we get to some of the later monsters. Oh my god, Lagi is basically the best fight in the entire series. Monster Hunter Trilightning. Oh my god. I grinded so much of this bastard, and it's such a good fight, and I love it so much. It's such a menace when you first encounter it. It's so good. I don't know where to go. I know there's some mushrooms here. In this area, over there, actually. So yeah, you can get herbs from here, but you also can get mushrooms from here. From over here. I don't completely remember where all of the items were, to be honest. The mushroom. That's it. That's it. Some of the gathering spots are pretty obscure. We could try to knock out a Kelby. There you go. When you knock them out with a hammer, they lie on the ground like this, and you can get horns. Which is essential for a quest. This is the first and only time this happens. In the past and in the future, you could basically just kill them to get their horns, but if you normally kill them, they are just going away. I think I need 2 horns for that one quest, so I'm just casually picking them up. It took me the longest time to find out how to get Kelby horns. Oh my god, that took forever. Big blue mushroom. I need unique mushrooms. I need unique mushrooms. Yeah. How much do we have? Item pouch. 3. We need 2 more. So yeah, I think we're going to end this after the quest, but this is good enough for our first look into Monster Hunter Try. I love this game so much. You don't even know. These gathering runs, by the way, that I'm doing right now, are also in Monster Hunter DOS and Monster Hunter 1. But I'm doing all of these off screen. I'm going to try to show you something. Look at this. If you watch the Altaroth closely and you basically crawl, you can see them feeding on the mushrooms. Like this. And if you hit them now, you get shinies on the ground. I think one of them got away. And those shinies can be a few things like, fuck. Let's ditch the torch. Like ripened mushrooms. Or monster fluid, which is really, really valuable. You know? So yeah, watching your environment is actually pretty good. I'm not sure if this was the first time Altaroth were introduced to the mix. But it's pretty cool that you can basically watch them and get free monster fluid. I think it's the... I don't know. Russian maybe. It's the easiest way to get a ton of monster fluid is basically just watching the Altaroth on a gathering run. And that one is used for weapons later on, so... What are these mushrooms I'm getting? What the fuck? I need 2 more unique mushrooms. What are you... What do you mean nothing found? Here we go. That's it. Okay, we can end the quest now. So yeah, this is the only spot you can get ripened mushrooms, by the way. Which is an item that you can use, I think, to finish the subquest. Is to look at the Altaroth. It's a pretty cool system that you need to look at. I wish they would do it more. That you basically need to watch some of the monsters and look at their ecology to get certain items. I don't think they do that pretty often. Here we go. We have a choice mushroom and we have 2 ripened mushrooms. So we can fulfill this quest completely. There we go. Even that one, even that jingle is like, oh god. So good. Love it so much. Quest complete. Here we go. That's quite a bit of mushrooms. Ivy, honey, atmosphere. We need all of them. Let's take just all of them. Here we go. This is one of my favorite Monster Hunter games, and it will always be. Really. Okay. Next step. Everything else we will do next episode. So, thank you all for watching this first episode of Monster Hunter Try. Um, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It really helps me out. This is a passion project and I really want to continue doing this. And it gets hard to justify the time sometimes, but it's worth it. And I love it. I love every second of it. And your like and your subscription really helped me out in making better content in the future as well. So thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.